Hello, my name is Jessica Brooks and I'm an attorney at Wettermark Keith, and I specialize in Social Security disability law. And today I'm going to talk with you about a common question people have once they make the decision to file for disability benefits. People want to know, how does Social Security determine whether or not I'm disabled? What criteria do they use? Well, the answer is that Social Security uses a 5-step process that each claim goes through. At step 1, Social Security will look to see whether or not you're working, and are you working at what they consider substantial gainful activity. For the year 2020, substantial gainful activity has been set at $1,260 per month, and these are the monthly earnings before taxes are taken out. What this means for a disability claim is that if you are working and making $1,260 or more, absent some very limited exceptions, Social Security will not find that you are disabled regardless of what medical problems you may have. At step 2, Social Security will then look to see whether or not you have a severe impairment. To qualify as a severe impairment, this means that your medical problem must interfere with your ability to do basic work activities, whether it's walking or sitting for extended periods, or even your ability to remember work instructions or sustain your concentration. It's also important to note that the medical problem that you have that's keeping you from working must meet Social Security's durational requirement. This means it has to last or be expected to last at least 12 months or end in death. It's also worth noting here that just because Social Security finds that your health problems are severe, it does not necessarily mean that it will determine you are disabled. It just means that your claim proceeds to the next step. At step 3, Social Security will then evaluate whether or not your condition meets or equals a listing. The listings are descriptions of medical problems and the impairments that they cause, and if your condition meets or equals one of their listings, then Social Security will stop the analysis at that point and find that you are disabled and entitled to benefits. Most people that ultimately qualify for disability benefits do not do so by meeting or equaling a listing. And this is because they may have a health condition that is not one that is specifically listed, or their documentation may not quite satisfy all of the criteria that is associated with a particular listing. You can find the listings at SSA's website at ssa.gov. Once Social Security determines that your condition does not meet or equal a listing, it then proceeds to step 4. Step 4 is whether or not you can do any of the work that you have done on a full-time basis within the last 15 years. If Social Security agrees that you cannot do the work that you've done in the past, it then proceeds to step 5. Step 5 then looks at whether or not you can do any other type of job in the national economy despite your limitations. If Social Security ultimately concludes that you cannot do any other job in addition to the jobs that you've done in the past, Social Security will find that you are disabled and entitled to benefits. One thing I would like to mention as well is that what I've covered here today is really just the basics. There are many other rules that apply to each of these steps. If you have applied for disability benefits or are even thinking about applying, please contact our office to see how we can help. We can be reached toll-free at 1-800-309-0500 or visit our website at wkfirm.com. Thank you.